And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the MudCats and the Los Angeles Angels. And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. About to get started here. And today's starting pitcher, Jose Soriano. What's the word on him?
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitter.
Well, my bad. We're on the road to the Show Network graphics package, but to be honest, I actually really like the look of it anyway. Evo leading off against Jose Soriano. As we are back in Los Angeles, we just faced the Angels not that long ago in Tigers franchise. 2-0 to start this thing.
2-0.
Honestly, I might use that score bug a little bit more. Evo, chopper, good speed, might be a close play, in time! Evo beats it out. Figured that was going to be a tough play, and indeed it was. Infield single that didn't even make it out of the grass. Ball one to Anthony Ron. Batting .350 on the year. And that one, right field. Bad jump on the ball from, well, I was going to say Mike Trout. That doesn't look like Mike Trout. Our contact hitters, the top of the order. Do exactly what we need them to do. A couple of leadoff singles. Howdy indeed. Well, bring up the other one. 2 on, nobody out here in the first for the MudCats before Eve Knight's thrown a pitch. Ooh, good splitter there from Soriano. He's got just such tremendous velocity for a starter. 1-1. But maybe there's some control that's going to get sacrificed here. That one hit hard. Won't get out of here. Probably could have tagged up, but... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was obnoxious. So, like, the superintendent of the golf course came up to me today, having driven through the parking lot, right? And he just goes, hey, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but you got a beer can in the parking lot. And I'm like, what? You just drove past it. What do you mean? So he bothered me to go get it, even though it was probably one of his drunk buddies or maybe even him that left it there the night prior. And I also park on the way other fucking side of the parking lot, so I literally didn't see shit.
That you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Ground ball, and that's going to get the Angels out of this inning. Double play grounded into by the Turbo Yoda. The first 2 MudCats reached, but that inning turned on us very quickly as we're turned away. I think we're really regretting not tagging up the runner on that fly ball.
And we're back. And today on the hill,
well, Eve Knight, 3-5 record this year. However, look at the ERA, 2.7. That's outstanding. The whip is a little higher than you would expect for an ERA like that. The strikeout rate is very low. So we'll see what happens here today. Luis Rengifo to lead off for the Angels.
But for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life.
Can you tell it's been since, probably the second MudCats game of the year that we've pitched with Eve Knight? 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Good fastball by a diving Jordan.
Smoke through the infield.
Maybe it wasn't a good fastball. Yeah, I want to say it's the Clayton Kershaw delivery. Maybe it's not. It's a very funky delivery.
Kevin Newman, good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively.
Gotta try and find a way to throw strikes here. Runner on the move. We threw a palm ball. Throw down in time for the first out. Rengifo not speedy really by any means. Hit and run and a swing and a miss at home plate. And even though we threw a pretty slow pitch, Deo, yes, I understand. Slurve, foul.
Down the line, and it goes just foul.
Well, both teams with mistakes on the base paths early.
He goes down looking.
Huh. I think the Angels crowd is as confused as I am on that one. And a ground ball rocked to field on the backhand. Leadoff runner gets on for the Angels, but they cannot push him across. A failed hit and run.
Second inning set to go. Here's a big power threat.
Well, back up to bat.
With the lack of contact
top of the second inning.
This guy
both teams, I'd say, had chances, or at least good starts to the inning. And both threw a chance at early runs away.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then, if this hitter gets a strike,
my average has tanked a little bit. Here as we've gotten towards the middle parts of the year.
He's a threat deep into the count as well.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Oh.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on a slider at 91. Ground ball, base hit back up the middle. In an 0-2 count, he left a slurve up in the zone, did Soriano.
Pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Interesting.
So now the DH spot, Theo John.
He's been on fire.
Well, here's Hugo.
Lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
And that's in there for
wanted it,
one.
but didn't want it that bad. MudCats have gotten the leadoff runner on in each of the first 2.
Tap foul at the plate.
Slider at 90 yet again. Fouled away.
Way inside.
2 strikes.
And also, I mean, we talked about being off of PGA Tour 2K25 for a while. Been a minute since we played a game with the Nashville MudCats. 2-2, so hopefully we don't struggle for half of this game.
Never had time to, but that kind of velocity.
3 hits already, but
pitcher work away.
Didn't get a runner past second. And into center. That one will drop. I'm going to head over to third while we're at it. Runners on the corners with nobody out, so didn't get a runner past second. Now we did.
So could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Runner in scoring
RBI opportunity for Ash, batting .231.
Will be the shortstop, Ashton Ziegler.
9 home runs on the season.
Yesterday, their only run of the game. And the
1-0.
first pitch misses for ball 1.
The averages have surprisingly tanked, as we have simulated more than we played in recent months. Good block.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. No outs. Runners at first and third.
2-0. And that one's into center. It is. Oh, it is down. It is down. We got to send a runner to third here. We're going to get gunned, but at least scored a run. Diving play in center field by Mike Trout, and it bounced off his glove. So we just kind of got stacked up there. We had 2 players and 1 base path. Mike Trout should have made that play, though, so I had the right idea of going back. anybody other than Trout, and maybe we're okay. Ground ball from Pat. Ashback diving into second base, and there's 2 away. I'll be interested to see if Ash gets an RBI for that, or if that's going to go down as a fielder's choice.
Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Through that one out in front that time.
Well, 205 batting average here.
Got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff.
Yeah, you might have gotten an RBI. I'm not entirely certain.
Next offering is foul back.
If you didn't see it, well, it was a ball that went off of Mike Trout's glove in right center field. I had started to send the runners back because I thought that it was going to get caught. And then we had a bit of a stack up, and a runner was out at third.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
0-2 still. Nothing but heat on the inside part of the plate from Soriano.
That's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss.
And he got her. Inning over.
Damn.
It could have been worse. So it's 1 run.
No wonder she's struggling.
Hits, no errors, and 1 left.
Those are some nasty pitch locations from Jose Soriano. We got players phasing in and out of each other. That's good. 1-0 MudCats, bottom 2. Maybe.
And welcome back to the ballpark.
Wasn't that in last year's game? I don't know. They all kind of blend together at this point. Well, it was an 8-pitch inning for Eve Knight in the first. Despite it not really being the greatest inning. Forkball is tap foul. 2 strikes now on Soler.
And the 0-2.
Dismiss.
Ball misses outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Let's try this. 1-2. Fouled away. I don't get him out in front if we throw the slurve down and in.
Fights that one away.
Well, we could have if we hit our spot. 1-2. That one's rocketed. Evo on the run. He'll make the play. Good speed in a not-so-spacious outfield there. Jorge Soler battled, eventually hit something hard. It's Taylor Ward. That one also right at Evo. Got his back turned again. 2 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was
Look alive out there, number 19.
You hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock.
2 away for Mickey Moniak.
Mickey Moniak stands in with 2 away.
Sweeping curve was filthy there.
And there's a
Third
foul
will be
ball.
fouled away. Moniak batting 225.
2 down, nobody on.
And popped up
This
on the
one
infield.
popped up. Foul ground, first
It'll be
base
less than
side.
20 pitches for Eve Knight to get through 2.
Makes the grab, and that will end the inning.
It's a recipe for success right there.
Angels held in check. They trail
Mudcats
here,
lead at 1-0.
1-0.
We head to the third. Just 1 hit for the Mudcats, or for the Angels rather. It was their first batter of the night.
Top half of the third inning.
Top of the order already back up for Nashville here. Evo led the game off with an infield single.
Soriano back to work. Foul ball
A little bit
there.
too far out in front with Evo. Really,
in
the first couple swings of his game.
He was born in the Netherlands.
Way
That one
inside.
almost got him.
Sharp slurve. 1-1. Well, 2-1. Working around Evo, who comes into this game slumping. Averages down to 225, the lowest that any Evo player has ever had in Mudcats franchise.
2-1 now.
3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing
Maybe
good
see something to hit here, knowing that
Now
Evo's not really a home run threat.
1 count.
And the right-hander's 3-1. And that's in there at the knees for
Good
a
pitch.
strike.
Also a good take from us. No reason to go after that. And ground ball, one hopper. And Hefo at second base makes the play.
The left fielder, number 5, Anthony Rock.
Unfortunate that we got a slurve there.
Batter now.
Right on the inside edge, low and in too. So Soriano really in the last 4 outs he's recorded has done much better in terms of location. Check swing, we went.
Tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. And he won around. Rule the swing. 1 out, base is empty.
There's that splitter from Soriano. And left field, that one is down, and trouble. Plenty of speed for Rock. He will pull in with an easy double without a throw. His 21st of the season. Rock might set records, man, I'm telling you. Stolen bases, doubles. Certainly not home runs, but those two.
Rock. He's 0 for 1.
Austin Rock 0 for 1. And ball 1. Line out his last time. Turbo Yoda will bat next.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Damn. Now, the sooner we get Soriano out of this game, the better. Would like to use this speed, especially here towards the top of the order, to advance up with some stolen bases. Good block.
In the dirt. Runner at second here, 1 gone.
That one into right field and down. Run will score without a play.
He'll score easily. It's an
Austin drives in his brother.
And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits.
2-0 Nashville now. As Anthony, or Austin Rock rather, with a 10-game hit streak.
OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
1 down. Now, his dudeness, the dude.
Now let's make it a big inning. Make the rest of this game a little bit less stressful. All the way to the backstop. Rock will get up to second base without a throw.
And now,
so now the base clear at first base for the Turbo Yoda, which is certainly
and a runner at second.
Going to change some things here. In the air to left, Turbo Yoda.
He knew it.
There you go.
His 13th home run.
13th home run.
To the lead,
425 feet. And that's good. I mean, the power really has been a tough thing to find so far here for the Turbo Yoda. Just out in front of a mistaken breaking pitch. Turbo Yoda makes no mistake.
Good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly
how far out in front he met that thing.
The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing.
But he's still got the power to drive it out of here. So 3 runs home in the inning already for Nashville. Still only 1 away.
Digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Weak contact and foul. Shouldn't say weak. A little bit earlier on that. Could have threatened that foul pole down there. Ground ball to Renhefo.
Slings to
responsible for both outs so far here in this third.
Recovery though after giving up the home run, not allowing it to stay.
MudCats don't appear that they've missed much of a step.
2 outs, base is empty.
A run in the second, 3 here in the third.
And he's already singled in this game.
Ground ball, this time to the shortstop side in Neto. It'll end the inning, but the MudCats scored 3, including a 2-run bomb from the Turbo Yoda.
It's now a 4-0 ball game.
I would love to use that score bug more. Honestly, I like it a lot. But it says that the Nashville MudCats are the Nashville MudCats AAA affiliate, so I don't know, a little immersion breaking.
But at some point that starts to go away, and you've got
Rip foul by Zach Neto. Neto was a bit of a nuisance when we faced the Angels with the Tigers. Way out in front of the palm ball.
0-2 is the count.
Slurve or, yep, slurve, foul. Let's try that sweeper. Fouled away again. Knight does not have a power fastball, but Neto just protecting right now. Out, one's trouble. Got the fastball he was looking for. Left center field. Zach Neto is just a me killer at this rate. Leadoff double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent
second
play.
Angels hit of the game.
For them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Here's Ryan Noda.
No outs.
Out one. Left field carrying a bit. Rock is back to get it. Runner is tagging here. Throw from Ashes. Not in time.
In there as he tests the arm in left. One away on the flyout. Here's the Angels catcher.
It's a good tag there for Zach Neto. Slurve. Outstanding pitch there for Eve Knight. Fastball. It'll get a run home. Rock's throwing to first. We'll record the second out. Wasn't much we were going to be able to do about that. Settle for the easy out and clear the bases as the top of the Angels order is back around. Oh. Got the slurve and the sweeper down and away to a couple of Angels hitters here in this inning.
And that's there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Knight's getting better and better.
So comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's
just
not
missed
worried
inside.
if he gets to an 0-2 count.
2 outs.
1-2. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's probably better to keep the ball down anyway. And slow chopper. Rock should have the play made. He does.
That ends the frame.
Zach Neto with a double. He later scored. So the Angels are on the board. MudCats lead by 3, though, as we head to the 4th. Ash, Pat, Jordo, due up.
Back here at Angel Stadium, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Ashton Ziegler.
So we'll see now, hopefully, that the lineup is turned around. At the very least, I would hope Ash is credited with a hit. And she is. 40 RBIs on the year. No idea where we were when we entered. It's at the very least a hit, so I would believe an RBI. It's pretty much the same damn thing. Fastball. Although the last one wasn't really popped up. Fastball top of the zone is going to get a swing at every damn time. Even though... How often... like, seriously... How often do you ever see me do damage on that?
Check swing, and he went.
Like, heat up in the zone, I just need to never swing at ever, but it's damn near impossible.
Now
1-1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes.
46 pitches in for Soriano.
So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
2-1.
Missed.
Well, he lived up in the zone to Ash for the at-bat that lasted only 1 pitch. It was the same in the first one, too. Way late. 86-mile-an-hour slurve.
Slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
3-2.
Slider misses outside.
Do it again.
Here as he fouls it away.
99 on the fastball from Soriano. That was pitch number 50 on his night. with one away here in the fourth.
Outside,
Ball 4.
and that is ball 4.
Good take on a sinker from Pat. And right after the commentary mentioned that he hadn't walked anybody, well, he walked someone.
Now the third baseman, Jordan Guy, struck out swinging his first time.
Jordo 0 for 1.
Right through
Wow.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there.
Now, with the batting average here, you would not expect that we're going to do a whole lot of damage on a pitch like that. But after what we saw in the first at-bat, everything on an edge or out of the zone, it's one you want back. Fastball into the sinker. Well located down and in. In the dirt.
In the dirt, but kept close.
Not really sure who this catcher is for the Angels here, but he's played a pretty good game. At least behind the plate. Check swing again. As aforementioned. Back-to-back blocks, and the only one that he didn't get was one that was so far outside, I don't think he had much of a chance at it.
Spoils that one,
Fouled
and
away.
it remains 2-2.
Slur down and in, out in front on that.
Leads off first with one away.
Ground ball back to Soriano, and it did not hit the base. Just a perfect single.
Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
Oh my goodness, I don't know if that went through the legs of Soriano and then split the infielders.
And he'll make a move to the pen. Jose Soriano.
There's a
is
base
done.
hit.
It's
That's
a
going to
three-run
chase
game, and
Jose
we'll be back to tell you
Soriano.
about the new arm in a minute.
Well, that's good if we're going to start to get that batting average hopefully climbing in the right direction. Little hits like that help.
Bring on the veteran, Kyle
Number
Hendricks.
28.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers.
We go from a starter that can throw over 100 miles an hour on his fastball to a guy that I'm not even certain we're going to see him throw a pitch over 90 or even at 90. Ground ball, and Evo's going to ground into a double play here. I do believe, and he did. Swinging at the first pitch way too often. We gave away essentially all 3 outs of that inning swinging first pitch.
MudCats lead it 4-1. Ready to go.
Swinging first pitch, but it just didn't really make sense to.
Two-hitter, Kevin Newman.
Eve Knight back out.
Newman.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Had the
He's been incredibly efficient in this
hit
one.
and run
First pitch
signal
strike
given to him in the
percentage
first.
over 70%. That's well above league
And it was a
average.
ball low.
That's
Runner
allowed
was
him
thrown
to
out
do
at
well
second
to this
base.
point.
Up until the last half inning, Knighthead faced the minimum. That's going to be a base hit. Nice effort there by Rock. And it's into the dugout.
Out of play.
Well, you can't get
How
too
on
much
earth
play
do you
on
do
what it
that?
looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and it might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it.
There wasn't even a
That was the
point.
case right there.
I knew that was going to happen. I just would have throw canceled.
No outs. Now here is
Mike Trout.
And that drops in for a strike.
You know,
That
the
had
Angels,
480
as this game
feet
goes
written
on,
all over
have
it.
to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs
Ooh,
are coming
palm ball
from
caught the
contact on pitches
bottom
that
of the
chase
zone
the
here on
outside of the
Trout.
strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's
And
been true
slow
again today.
chopper.
That's the
Tough
third.
play here. Transition is good. One
One out
away.
in the bottom of the fourth.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are
Now
swinging at
back,
everything, you
designated
feel
hitter,
no need to
Lopez.
challenge inside the zone. You just
Charging
keep
play there from
and
third.
expanding that strike zone and beyond.
As here
they just keep
is
eating
Soler.
right out of your hand.
Little chopper rolls foul.
Not a great average with runners in scoring
And
position.
it's second.
And that one's going to get through.
Get a base hit.
Rock's throw will definitely keep the runner at third, so no damage has been done yet.
Runners at the corners with
Soler on first base.
Really well.
See if Knight can get a double play and get out of this thing.
Right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels.
Pitch number 40 for Knight. That one is foul.
Left it in the air, and that will drop foul. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make
that happen.
Going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Hey.
That one off the mark. Now 1-2.
The sweeping curve and the slurve. It's almost like they move too quickly. And it's hit the other way.
That's a base hit.
Second run of the game comes in for the Angels. I just had Taylor Ward was trying to hit the ball the other way the entire AB. And then he eventually did, and just a weak contact ground ball gets through. Well, I guess it's more of a line drive, but weak line drive. Mickey Moniak.
He's due.
Slurve in, strike one.
0-1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Double play would be exactly what we're looking for. Palm ball, foul. Trying to mix some speeds up here just a little bit.
Next pitch is in the dirt. And a count now even up.
Got him looking. Strikeout for Knight. Moniak not going to be very happy with that one.
With a runner in scoring position at 2 strikes, just put the ball in place somewhere.
Good stuff.
Got a chance. Very frustrating for him.
Didn't even really hit our spot with it.
Next guy can pick him up.
Ball 1 to Neto, a guy that we want to be very careful with. Hard hit double his first time. Good slurve right at the knees, ball to strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Misses outside.
3-1. I mean, Ryan Noda's a better matchup here. Slurve is in for strike 2, though.
3-1 count.
I say we go back to it.
Get a fastball here. Just spins it. Get me over.
Swing and a miss. Knight doubles down on the slurve, and Neto is down swinging.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Way out in front. Angels do claw another run closer, though, as we head to the 5th inning.
Back in Anaheim, and here is Anthony Rock.
Anthony Rock. Against Kyle Hendricks. Hans Krause and Jose Suarez also warming up. I would have thought that the move to Hendricks would have been like them trying to get an innings eater out here. Way out in front on the changeup. We're certainly not slowed down to Hendricks' speeds yet. Woo! Oh my God, what a nasty sweeping curve. 74. Thing was going straight down at the end. Well, we chased that. Sinker way low. One away.
Now batting, the second baseman.
I thought he threw that curveball to get us a little bit weary of the bottom of the zone, and, well, it worked. Sinker was a good couple inches low. Bullet, foul.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
We're just not slowed down to Hendricks yet. Something we're going to have to work on. Especially with the Angels clawing back. They've scored in each of the last 2 innings. There, oh man, oh man. Couple of sinkers right at the bottom of the zone, and then pulled the string on the changeup right in the same line. Kyle Hendricks, recipe for success. A whole lot better, at least working a whole lot better than the Angels starter. Dude, I feel like, so was it the Kyle Hendricks game where I just saw nothing but pitches at the knees? Maybe that was it. Ground ball, base hit to the right side.
And that keeps the inning going.
Or was that another game that happened a little bit more recently? I'm not
Now
sure.
batting, the first baseman, Jordan Dean.
And now the first baseman, Jordan Dean. He's got some power, no doubt.
2 away. That is the 10th hit of the day for the MudCats, by the way.
And the first
that's
pitch
out.
misses for ball 1.
11 pitches in for Hendricks.
Just off
That's
the
inside.
inside edge.
You know what we haven't mentioned once in this game? The umpire. The umpire.
2 outs. In there at the knees for a strike.
Dude, there's no way! There is actually no way! He fucking hurt us!
That one
Unbelievable.
finds the zone. 2-2 now.
Says, oh, you'll hear me now!
Spot here. Just got to stay focused
Jesus
on the
Christ.
pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely
3 and
score.
2. In the air, left field. Not sure that's got the carry on it, and it does not
He's there.
to end the inning, but a
He's got
deep
it.
fly ball.
And that is that.
MudCats scored in the 2nd and the 3rd. Last 2 innings haven't been too good. Noda, Campero, and Rengifo due up for the Angels, even though for whatever reason that line's blue.
And we're back.
And
And
leading
here's
up
the first
for the
baseman,
Angels,
Ryan
the
Noda.
first baseman,
Ryan Noda is 0 for 1.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
You know, these Angels,
55 pitches in for Knight.
Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times.
And
it
the
just
0-2.
doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Swing and a
Another,
miss.
and that's 3 straight
Nasty
strikeouts.
sweeping curve. A strikeout
The
for
Angels
Eve
catcher.
Knight. And here is Gustavo Campero.
And
Angels
on the
catcher
mound,
today that
confidence
we've
has to be pretty
complimented
high with all of the swings
just how
and
well of a
misses.
game he's played
He's had 'em
defensively
beaten on
behind
the
home
palm
plate.
of his hand pretty much all game.
2
And
and
that one
0.
No
upstairs.
strike.
In there for a strike at the top.
Not
of the
exactly the way you want to get a 2-0 strike, but it works.
zone. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he
All
can
of a
get
sudden
through
we blow.
one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus.
That's a bullet right at Rock. He'll make the play. 2 away.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2
The
away.
man, number 2.
Man, that's one of those
Second
at-bats where
baseman,
you have to remind yourself it's
3rd
about
trip
the
through the
process.
order
You did
for
everything right
the
there.
Angels here.
Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a
And
very
into
good at-bat.
shallow right
Swing, the
field.
ball lifted in
Long
the
run
air.
for the Turbo Yoda,
And
but
that's
he's
the
there
inning.
as well. Eve Knight through 5 will get him
So they
through,
make short
I
work
think,
of
at
them
least
there. We're
6.
through 5. The MudCats on top.
MudCats 2.
4-2.
Los Angeles Angels, or MudCats 4 rather, sorry. Angels 2.
Top of the 6th inning. Leading off, Theo
the
John.
designated hitter, Theo John.
Hendricks in his 11th season.
Kyle Hendricks back out here, and again, I would expect him to be here for a while.
There's the strike.
The fact that I sat here and said that the umpire hadn't screwed up really all day, and the fact that he screwed up like 2 times since.
Ball 1 there.
This zone was really fairly straight up all day until I said that. Two and 1. Hendricks got bailed out of a couple counts already.
And that is out.
Good
of play.
fastball. Even at 89, you see it coming in there. What are you going to do with it? Foul it off. Wait for better.
Hendricks deals. Check
Ooh.
swing, and that's a ball.
Oh, this guy's gonna have
Nasty
to slow things
changeup.
down.
'Cause he can
There's
certainly
no
dot a
reason
sinker
for
in
an
that
even check
spot.
Swing on that pitch was never even close.
Do it again. Waiting for a mistake that might not ever come.
That one
Ball four.
misses. So a leadoff walk.
First time since the early stages of this game, it feels like, that we got the leadoff runner on. Ash is 1 for 2.
That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Even with her small strike zone,
Even
still
though it's a
caught the
strike,
knees.
With the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground, and you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
1-1.
It's way high, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Ball hit into right center field back in the second inning. Wound up scoring a run as it bounced off the glove of Mike Trout. How do you hit Kyle Hendricks? Honestly. The 1-2.
Hendricks delivers.
Ground ball. Diving play at third. On to first, double play.
Just got it there in time.
They made that double play look
MudCats
so easy,
third
but
of the
for
night.
team. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Oh, what a convenient hop into his glove there.
So digging in, Patrick Vick.
2 away for Pat. Grounded foul. Get a comebacker at Kyle Hendricks' foot or something. No. Yet another ground ball. He is forcing a fuck ton of those. MudCats still can't break through. Didn't I do that, though, the last time you brought it up? I swear to God we were in there.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Kevin Newman.
So we're going to get some help in the bullpen in the form of Strom and Scott, just in case Knight is not able to finish this inning.
Knight back to work.
I swear we did that.
Ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, but didn't I go in after that and do it? Or maybe I did it off stream. I really feel like I remember doing that. Chopper. This ball's going to stay fair. No.
That's a foul ball.
Uh-huh. 1-2. Oh,
That misses the zone, and it's 2-2.
it's such a nasty pitch. It really is. The problem is that sweeping curve moves almost too much. And it's so slow, they have forever to look at it. Chopper. Ash cuts it off. Newman. Gun down at first.
And very nicely done for the out.
One away here, bottom 6.
And now batting, Mike Trout.
Forced 2 ground outs for Mike Trout here today.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Not where you want the fourth ball, but it'll certainly work.
Here in the bottom of the 6th.
The 0-1. That's trouble. Turbo Yoda is there.
Dude brings it in. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jorge.
Ah. I mean, you are technically sponsored
Next to hit for the Angels.
by them now. Oh, we got chartered bad. How the fuck did that happen? What the hell? Here's Soler. He's had a night. First pitch, fork ball on the corner, I do believe, and Soler just slapped it the other way. In it, you know, we've attacked that spot just so much here today.
Digging in, Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward,
Catches
strike
the
1.
corner for a strike.
He's a master at hitting fastballs.
2 away in the
Be
inning.
careful with location if you're going to throw them.
Oh, that's going to get
Ball
down.
hit out towards left center field, and it falls.
Oh, they flirted with sending that runner to
First and
third.
second with 2 outs.
Hitting is really
Knight's
easy.
probably going to get one more batter.
That I can see already. His
Especially 'cause
bat
it's
stays
the
in zone
left-hander in
all the way
Moniak.
for an extended period of time. And guys like
And
that,
Ash,
they have a
bad
high
jump
contact
to it.
rate,
Good
and
throw
they
across the
Tosses to
diamond.
first,
Damn the inning.
Angels strand a couple.
That is probably going to do it for Eve Knight here today. It'll be 9-1-2 for the MudCats as we look to kind of extend this lead again. It's been really the Angels just battling back all throughout this game as the MudCats offense is gone silent. I saw a pitch up in the zone from Kyle Hendricks. I had to.
Whips it across. That's the first out.
Even in the on the balls up in the zone, I'm still hitting groundouts.
The center fielder, Eve.
Here's the center fielder, Eve Knight. 1 for 3.
You're just killing me out of here.
Like it's less common today.
And of course it's Kyle Hendricks, like a guy that we just saw.
The contact component, but lack of power. Pitches in.
Might just take pitches so they're more inclined to take him out of this game.
Unique, and he's very valuable for any ball club. If he does that, he'll play a long time in this league.
That's outside.
1-1.
And it's a ball and a strike.
Evo led off the game with a base hit. Nothing after. That's a bullet into center for Evo. At least for Evo standards, it's a bullet. Line drive single to center.
The left fielder, number 5, Anthony Rock.
So up next, Anthony Rock.
And one away. You got your guys that are coming, and, you know, pretty much all they do is get on base. Evo already did. Rock usually does. And then you got the power.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
We're selective against Kyle Hendricks. We can have success here. Evo's going to be on the move.
Runner on the go.
Breaking ball. Evo slides in. Stolen base. He's 18th of the year. So now with the base open for Rock, let's see if they pitch him any different. Oh.
1-2.
He's been great in this one.
Did as much as I could on that pitch.
Got him.
A Kyle Hendricks fastball.
Two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location.
A Kyle Hendricks fastball.
As a hitter, when you're down in the count,
It might as well be a changeup, if we're really honest.
A little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it. And
2 away for Austin Rock.
Rock stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around.
Could try and steal third with Evo, but don't think it's the greatest idea at the moment.
Next pitch is outside. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning
Pitch number
7.
40 here for Hendricks. Oh, my God.
There's that changeup.
One of his sharper changeups of the whole damn day.
In the dirt,
Hey.
scoots away.
Wait, we might have a chance here? No.
In time, the 2-3 strikeout.
Rock has some speed, but nowhere near enough.
Base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Midway in inning
We get
number
more
7,
runners
and it's time
on
to
base
stretch.
with this
The
team.
MudCats out front here.
We
4-2.
still can't score.
Back in Anaheim.
This is shaping out like some of the Tigers games we've had lately. You know, where we're good early, we don't do anything, and then the other team just claws their way back in.
Stands out and he makes all the plays.
Scott
From the pen. Scott
will come on here.
He's been really good this season.
If only to take care of Zach Neto.
That one inside.
Ball 1.
And that's ball 1.
And because of that big power arm,
Zach
he's
Neto,
able to play a
1
little
for
bit
2.
deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
And that's downstairs. And it's
Really
2-1.
feels like Zach Neto is the only hitter on this team worth a damn anymore.
Fastball for a strike.
99 from Scott.
Firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed
Bullet!
creeping into my mind right now.
Doesn't matter who's in the game
Good start to the inning.
or what franchise it is. Zach Neto is destroying me this year.
With the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Just a solid.
And even better, we got a cold Zach Neto for this game. And of course it would be against me that he comes out of the slump.
And next for the Angels, Ryan Noda.
Ryan Noda, well, that could backfire. Because now you got Scott up against the left-hander. Switch hitter due up next.
Right here, try to close that gap, but you know at the very least,
Noda to chase the cutter there.
Manufacture that run from first. It feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball.
Woo!
Way out front for strike 2.
Wow.
Strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
This one driven
We're tied.
way back there, and it's gone. We are tied.
What did we just get done saying?
A 2-run homer, his second of the year, and we're starting over. It's 4-4.
Man, oh man, I suck
Listen to
lately.
these fans.
This place is
I can't
absolutely
pitch.
buzzing right
The amount of
now.
no-doubters
The energy
that I have
all
allowed
around
in the
here
month of
in the
May
broadcast
is
booth.
putrid, man. It's every game. Every single game I play, I just absolutely stink at pitching right now.
Swing on that home run, Boog. I mean, it's late in the game, just barely stayed fair, and ties up the ball game. Impressive.
So it's all tied up thanks to the
MudCats haven't scored since the third, and the Angels have clawed from down 4-0 all the way back. Scott can't get ahead in the count.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here at the bottom of the 7th.
Oh, thanks, thanks. First time all day the zones have been small. Popped up on the infield. Scott will finally get an out.
And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it.
Head into Rengifo. He's a switch hitter. It honestly doesn't really matter. And I'd prefer to leave Scott in. Cutter on the outside edge.
No balls and a strike.
Stick to what works. And the slider really, truthfully, doesn't. If we're going to throw it, we need to throw it out of the zone.
And ball 1. Still only one out here in the inning. Foul ball
Out
left
away.
side.
This has always been a problem with Scott. 3-pitch pitcher.
The fastball slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Doesn't really have anything to hurt the lefties with.
Next offering is downstairs.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off.
Rengifo's swinging a miss.
So difficult on the
100-mile-an-hour
pitches.
gas
You can
for
tell
Scott
they get
Scott.
with how long it takes to put him away.
Now
Don't see it more
the
commonly in the
third
sport these
baseman.
days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball.
Kevin Newman, 1 for 3.
If you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Newman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. 2 out, space is empty. 2 balls, no strikes.
20-pitch inning already for Scott and now
Gas, triple digits
21.
on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter.
Chance
watching
for
that
this
go
to get
by.
worse. Newman helps us out a little bit there on that cutter out of the zone.
Swing
Slider,
and
even more
Well,
so.
there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong.
Oh,
right there.
Jesus.
Nasty slider.
Turbo Yoda, a
Just
long
terrific
run.
find.
He will not be able to catch up to that and make a play. And into left field, Rock is on the run. He can make the play.
That is that.
Inning is over, but Ryan Noda has tied it.
Says even again. It's now
Yay.
tied 4-4.
Remember the good old days when this game was 4-0? Honestly.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jose Quijada.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the
It's
best
a
in the
bit
game.
of a bold call to bring a left-hander on in this situation.
He's already homered here in this one.
Quijada better hope he's on.
Close one, doesn't
It's a good first pitch, but for a rare time today, the Angels do not get the favor of the home plate umpire.
The closer of the staff is throwing. And that's off the outside edge.
Kenley Jansen warming up as well. Somebody I'd rather not see today.
There's your strike.
Let him get that strike over. 2-1. Wait for something a little bit better. We will sit down. Matt Strom now in a tie game.
Doesn't look anxious at all.
Mason Miller. Harry Dix. To warm up. Deo. 2-1.
That one finds the zone.
If I hadn't gone into the bullpen there, I think I'd probably swing at that. Same pitch we just saw. 3-2, just missed.
Just missing off the plate.
Wondering where it missed, but indeed it did. Now, I guess if you're an Angel, you've been getting those calls all day.
But it looks like he's accepted it.
And a bullet, right field. Turbo Yoda. That one skips over the wall in a leadoff ground rule double.
That's how you respond.
Turbo Yoda's third hit of the night.
Now, there are several ways that they can get
Double play to start this game, but from the mid to late innings, Turbo Yoda's been on.
And now here is Jordan Dean.
Ball one.
That misses. And that is ball
Myself, 1 for 3
Go
today.
ahead, run in scoring position.
7 pitches into the night for Quijada. Out one, trouble. Hanging changeup. Left center field, it's down. Turbo Yoda will score easily. And it is 5-4 Nashville.
They laid it in the eighth.
Always feels amazing getting a job
My
done
9th
when the
double
team
of the
needs to
season.
come through.
A
It's
far
just
cry
bigger
from
than your
Evo's
own individual
21.
stats.
Actually, I think that was that Anthony Rock that had 21? I don't know.
As well. 105 exit velocity.
Didn't
That
miss
tells
a
you
home run by
everything you need
much.
to know about that swing.
An absolute bullet out there.
Now it's the DH, Theo John.
So now Hugo. Nashville's first run since the 3rd. Hugo, chopper to first. It'll be the first out of the inning, but a very key second run here. We'll move up to third base.
The batter, number 11, shortstop.
And now the shortstop.
And there, hey, there is the confirmation. RBI double.
Here's a
Back in the
sac fly
second inning.
situation, and she's got to make sure she gets the ball out over the
I'd
plate
say
and
it's
get those
earned.
arms extended. They're trying to crowd her with the infield in. This would be a big
Infield
play.
it.
She's
Oh,
pushing
no.
across.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close.
I knew I messed up, and unbelievable.
When you try to move up on a ball in the
I knew
dirt,
I messed up, tried to fix it.
gives you enough time to make
This
the
time,
decision.
unlike yesterday, I really did screw up.
And you'll pay the price.
The camera started to move around on me, and I got confused. Outstanding. Ground ball from Ash. And what a very fitting end for that. We're going to lose by a run, and it's going to be that stupid. Yeah, oh yeah, highlight me here.
On this RBI double. It's now a
Should highlight the
5-4
base
ball
running
game.
blunder.
It's Major League Baseball on the show.
I'm never a huge fan of
And now the center field.
how this game has always seemed to react. Like when the player is kind of motionless. Like if I've made a mistake and I'm trying to correct it and the player isn't moving, there's that little bit of lag in between that where you just can't really do anything. So the player has to do what you told him to do first before he then tries to correct it. So that is why you saw my player try and take off and get tagged. I didn't even take a look at the matchup.
Harry Dixon.
Oh, I brought in a left-hander against all righties. That's great.
Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Trout getting MVP chance, but he'll ground one to third. One away.
Across to first, and a key out leading off the bottom of the eighth.
Feels like if we win this game, we honestly should feel lucky.
That one in the dirt. Ball
Bounce
one.
to slider.
Trying to hold a one-run
4-pitch
lead
reliever
here in the bottom half of the
is
eighth inning.
Dix as we
And
bounce a
skips
splitter.
in the dirt.
3-0.
Just missed.
Solaris kind of killed us here today, so honestly.
He spits on that one.
And
If
the
he walks, he
tying run
walks.
is on base.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Making a move
Number
to first.
3.
Pinch running for the Angels. Scott Kingery.
Interesting decision there.
The next hitter
Probably
for the
taking one of their
Angels.
hottest bats out of the lineup in favor of a pinch runner.
Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And
6-5.
here in the late stages, they have the lead. He'll take a jog around the bases.
Third hit of the night for Taylor Ward, his 7th home run of the year.
Changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time.
Runner on third, one away. We ran ourselves into the second out of the inning, and it proves to be very costly.
He got on plane with that high fastball, but look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Middle of the plate fastball, up in the zone. Taylor Ward crushed it.
Now it's the right fielder, Mickey Moniak.
Here's
0
Moniak.
for 3 in this one.
And Harry Dix
And
is
the
out of
first pitch
confidence, so
misses
that's
for ball 1.
just outstanding. Can I even put in Mason Miller?
Here comes
Yeah.
the skipper. So they turn to their
Wow.
closer, Mason Miller.
It went that wrong that quick for Harry Dix.
This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Mason Miller has the slowest delivery I have ever seen. And he's got no command on at least 2 of his 3 pitches.
Nasty
So
2-0
this
slider there for a
can't
strike.
really
That
go
tells
well.
you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
We're not striking him out. Well, we're not striking him out. I mean, it's just wild pitches, to be honest. I have no idea where it's going to go.
And next for the Angels, Zach Neto.
2 away for Zach Neto.
And the slider just
MudCats will have
misses.
3 outs to work with to claw 1 run back on the A's. This isn't the A's.
Next offering.
They're the Angels. I guess they could be the A's, but there's already an A's. Actually, we want to be technical.
And that hits the bag. And she'll just eat it. That's an infield single.
We want to be technical. There isn't, the A's don't exist anymore in this universe. We are the A's.
Now at the plate, Ryan Noda. And a first pitch fastball.
Strike
is
call.
in
The
for a
umpire
strike.
takes a little bit of mercy on us
A
here.
seesaw battle in the late stages
Slider
of
on the
this
outside
one.
edge.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First
The ball hit the
pitch is
base.
by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Slow roll
I
to third,
will
and
never
that's
understand how he just made
foul.
contact on that.
The 0-2. And that
Nope,
just
that's the ball.
misses.
What's a good pitch there.
I also don't really know how he
Run
took
and
that.
finished. A little up and in just on the edge.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it.
Angels have come back again.
But 2 come
Taylor
across to
Ward
score in the inning, courtesy of
just
this
jumped on a
2-run
first pitch
homer.
fastball.
It's now 6-5.
A mistake up in the zone from
Major
Harry
League
Dix.
Baseball is on the show.
24 combined hits in this one in a 6-5 ball game. Nashville's got 3 outs to get 1 run
And on the mound
against
is the
Kenley
closer,
Jansen, who
Kenley
has blown
Jansen.
3 saves on the
A
year.
lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Well,
Pat is 0 for
one-run
2.
game. Now here is Patrick Vick. Down
Out
the
away,
ball
Cutter.
here, rolls foul.
First pitch. 8-9-1, so that is Pat, Jordo, and Evo. Pat our best chance at a long ball to tie this game up.
There's a swing and a miss.
Same pitch. 91 miles an hour on the cutter. Same exact location. We've missed them both.
And that's
1 ball.
outside.
Figured he would go slider, just see if it worked. Did not, Could see that cutter down in the zone again.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Just
Tough take.
there.
Ramped up the cutter just a little bit to 93.
Strikes. Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at
2
the
and 2.
knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
3 and 2. Pat not a speedy base runner. We could go to the bench. 3-2.
And a swing and a miss.
And the slowest breaking slider known to man.
Out here in the ninth.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Now a chance for Jordan Guy. Swing and a miss.
Haven't been able to touch Jansen through 7 pitches. Safe to say we do not have him timed up at all.
And that's
At least it's down low for ball 1.
1-run game here in the top
Good evening.
of the ninth.
Two and
Next
1.
offering misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
2 outs for the MudCats left to work with.
Right
Fired in a
for
cutter.
strike.
Cutter that didn't move.
2 strikes.
Not really sure what I thought it was. 2-2. Oof,
Knocks
Jesus.
that one away, and we'll do it again.
Doesn't get much better on the cutter from Kenley Jansen, at least velocity-wise. Just need a base runner to have a chance here. Contact hitters coming up next. Oh, what a take.
There. And it's 3 and 2.
That's a really
3 and 2. Couple of singles for Evo on the night. He's due up next.
Swings and misses. Struck her
Elevated
out.
slider
And
that,
they're
I
down
kid
to
you
the
not,
last
I'm not
out.
sure it slid at all. He just threw a slider like a curveball.
Come in and just destroy all hope.
Where's the slide?
2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
So it's their last chance in this one.
Well,
and now it's going to be
here we go.
Knight.
Evo to try and extend it.
And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Certainly
Trying to
made
close
Kenley
out a
Jansen
one-run
work for
lead
2
here at
outs,
the top
but
of the ninth.
not enough to the point that he'd be running on fumes here. Good
And that's
cutter.
through there for a strike. And it's 1 and 1.
And that
Soft
one
contact
line
in
to
there.
shortstop.
He's got it. Ball
That'll do it.
And the Angels hold on to win it
MudCats
tight
blew another
as
one.
This one ends as a 1-run ball game.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win.
Safe
Getting
to
those
say
final 3 outs
that
in
at
the
least
top of
me
the ninth.
personally,
Excellent job
I
of
stink at the
securing
show
your
right
home
now.
field and keeping the fans in the
Lost
ballgame
3 of my
all the way
last
to
4
the end.
games.
Nice W all the way around.
Anyway, only one more game left for the MudCats to play before the first All-Star break. That'll be against the Houston Astros. And then we simulate up until the Home Run Derby. We'll see if we have anybody in it. And the All-Star game.